The most recent finding was a hostel just on the outskirts of town with some 50-odd bodies. But they hadn't been anointed, but they were bodies. This was just yesterday. You are now eager and waiting to hear about what has happened to these corpses. Now, that said, Vane knows about the bodies having come in, but was just on the way out to deal with his business with Thunder. On top of this, it has been rumored that there have been troubles regarding the construction at the front lines. Apparently the Brightwoods have called for a council meeting. Just make sure that I get that in there. Otherwise...
So they're going forward with the Trans-Canada Highway.
Effectively, yeah, the Trans-Crossfires.
Is your character's name Vane? So I can see Vane. I give you the things that I carved out of his forehead. The 2 gems.
Okay, well, hang on a sec. You guys are in the middle of talking at the moment. The camera pans across your face as it... Sorry, one sec. Camera pans across your face, shows the city in the background, and then you kind of just... out of frame, leaving just the empty city there as it pans off towards the one side. The camera crossfades to show you guys laughing back and forth, talking about the sewer and that time you got dunked.
Oh, you mean the time that I saved Dorian?
Vane finishes laughing and conversation continues.
Oh, that Dorian guy. What a loser.
Like, he was pretty useful sometimes.
Totally convincing acting, bad experience. Well done, well done. Fucking Oscar Mayer material right there. Meaning baloney, of course. So.
Oh, that's a good joke.
That I shot before the end.
I remember that like it was yesterday.
I almost wanted
Yesterday.
I played it in my head yesterday.
So, do you hate Ivor for more than just political reasons? Does he annoy you?
He's unpredictable and reckless.
Okay, so
He's
can
a
I
dangerous
give? I want to
society.
give Dooley some flavor text for what I've been doing for the last month.
You're also an assassination
Okay.
guild too,
So
right?
while I'm doing all this really boring accounting shit, even though I'm really good at it, because
Sure.
that's a silly storyline. I've been doing my bard stuff at local tiny taverns, open mic night sort of shit.
Okay, cool.
I'm just playing my lute and singing, and
There's a circuit of 5 places that you hit in this town.
yeah. So I'm slowly getting better, and I'm hopefully running and
Well, let's find out here. Give me a performance check.
hoping to run into that Summerstone guy again.
Sure.
You get time. If you don't think you can do it, that's fine.
12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first night comes and goes.
The church
Nothing really extravagant. You play one of the smaller places. I don't know my list of taverns, but long and the short, you play one of the smaller places. It goes over all right. You make a couple gold.
Maybe more people.
To the tune of 14 gold over the course of the night. Pays for your room, pays for your board. Not that you need it. If you were a traveling minstrel, you think to yourself, the open road.
Well, I save it.
Well, yeah, no, for sure, you have it. You can tithe 10% of it. I'm joking, I don't give a fuck. Point being, roll me another performance.
Okay, sorry, just writing down the gold.
Sure.
Okay.
This is a larger establishment you're going to this weekend. Sup, Ketchum?
Even worse. 10.
Okay. Playing a,
I'm getting really shitty rolls. I got a 3, a 6, and a 4.
that's right. Playing this night, you're overshadowed by some of the other acts that come in. You still get a decent applause, and you make about 20 more gold. The next weekend comes around. You're playing a mid-sized inn sitting next to the Roost. So it gets a lot of traffic, but it's not very big.
Okay. What's the Roost?
It's the airship depot.
Performance.
Do you want to hit the room light?
Oh, much better. 18.
18?
Yeah.
You make about 50 gold this night. You pack the place, but because it's fairly small. It's limited in who you see and meet. It's this night though that you get a couple folks coming up to you after the. You get a couple folks coming. Don't watch over the sun. Paler's light resides behind you. A couple guys come up to meet you after the show. A couple girls. You have such a lovely voice, etc., etc. One particularly pompous-looking individual who is situated in the corner of the place all night says, "You've got a right bit of talent, that. Nice to see somebody.
Do I recognize him?
Oddity, someone such as yourself, I should think."
Oddity?
And with that, he disappears into the crowd once again, throwing you 2 gold, 2 quick coins, and then disappearing amongst the rabble.
Oddity. That pisses me off.
That said, next weekend comes around. You've handed out some autographs at this point, eh?
Cool.
Some people have had you sign the lyrics they bought off you.
For fuck's sake.
Shitty roll?
It's 12 again.
Oh, that's average.
No, I mean I rolled a 6 and then I get a 12 because my performance
Sure.
is plus 6.
Here's a funny question. Could somebody who is a cleric of a church kind of like, would you bless me? I'm gonna go to a performance
Yeah, sure.
somewhere, and then just have to
Yeah,
bless.
thoroughly. Of course you could.
She could bless
Like, I could
herself
ask-
to do that.
I could
Yeah,
ask-
honestly, I think you could bless yourself,
Okay,
couldn't you?
let's do
Well,
that.
bless the
so
saving throws, so that would
Guidance.
Guidance would work.
Guidance,
Alright,
there
so
you
there
go.
you go.
that's a 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, let's just do that again. Alright, so 3 plus. So I already got a 9 just from the beginning, so whatever this is added to 9.
Look how we're going.
Oh, great. 20. 23.
Much better.
23?
Yeah.
Alright. Playing at the largest house in, actually playing at the Saxburg Gala affair with a bunch of private guests of Laramis.
Would I really get this far in a month?
In 3 weeks. How about that? Yeah, he heard that you were good, so they asked you to come out. They
No.
reviewed-
I mean, like, what I like in just a month. I don't think I'd be doing a gala.
All the other
A
guards
small
got killed off.
party. It's a
Okay,
small
that
party.
makes more sense.
Yeah, it's not like 100 people. It's more like 20.
Like a private
Okay.
So
function.
it's a
a private
private. It's
party.
thoroughly
Okay.
a private function. That said, it's during this that the same pompous individual comes towards you amidst a bunch of other lords and ladies. He stands back some distance, at which point,
So I'm just basically like I'm like walking around because I can do that. I can walk and play
Sure.
at the same time, and so that's how I'm like working the room and like I see the guy, and I take note of where he is because I'm like I'm still pissed about last time he talked to me.
sure, you thoroughly recognize him. He looks upon you as you approach and he says, "Are you living your dream then?"
How much experience do you have?
It's yeah.
I love a song.
That's
3/4 slowly.
He repeats the question, living your dream, riding the golden horse.
not really the point, but it's fun. That's for sure. Still mad about what you said last time. Why did you say I'm unusual? I'm an oddity. That's not nice.
He walks forward, he says, "Would it make you feel better to be called normal? Average?"
No, but the way you put it made it sound weird. I'm totally flustered by this guy.
Curtis, how much experience do you have?
Even though I have good charisma and shit, I'm just like
30,000.
Says, "Wish and the storm will fade away." And he kind of flips his hair back and then caresses yours idly. Wish
Ew.
again, and you will stand before me while the sky will paint
Can
an
I do
overture.
like a religion check or something to see if this guy
And then he looks back at you and says, "And trees will play the rhythm of my dream."
Oh, that's
trees will play the rhythm
Yeah.
of my dream.
Looks
Oh.
like mold is growing over
What
there.
did
And
you say before
he
that?
looks
No,
out
no, no,
towards
no,
the
no.
horizon dramatically.
Pause.
Yeah?
Pause.
Or anything in
You
there.
hit spacebar, but the game keeps going for some reason.
Okay, so what
Are
is
you
this
sure?
guy telling me? Stop.
We don't
Shush.
know what somebody's saying right
Yeah, super important, guys.
I'm sure it's not at all, but whatever. This is weirding me out. Okay, so he said something about trees.
Like,
Yes.
Okay, who is this guy? Do I know?
at least
No.
Guys have
He,
the
Does he look like he belongs in the city? He's like,
he's a young fellow. He's got a white puffy shirt. Got poofy blonde hair.
clearly.
Yeah, to make
He's
it-
clearly a lord of some
Rimble
sort.
5000.
Is
Clearly a
does he
lord.
look like he's from this city, or does he look like he's from out of town?
He doesn't really
What's
dress
that
like
guy
anybody
going
else, no.
off
Okay, so I just, say,
Your brother's
well, it's
still
nice to
alive.
meet you. I'm Alonwy Llewellyn. What's your name? Shake
Jared.
his hand. Jared. Okay.
F. Jareth.
Wait.
He's a heavyweight burden, just like those guys.
No, that's Jared Brightwood from before. Jared. Does his
Doreen's
name
in the
sound familiar?
guards.
Your mom was
It
doing
does not.
crack when she fucking was carrying
And I'm like, okay, so
Probably.
I'm not quite sure why you're
everything to the mat.
here. Are you enjoying yourself?
You don't understand me. Yes, I'm absolutely enjoying myself. Would you say I'm
Cool.
sitting in a tin can, far above the world?
I look at him like he's speaking a different language because I have no idea what he's talking about.
He gives a bit of an eye roll. Your performance was grand, and he walks off.
Right. Okay. My
few of us
question
on-
was if I ran into Summerhill again.
Yeah, no, you haven't run into Summerhill yet.
Okay, cool. I've run into this Jareth Foppy guy. Does he give me anything other than just like to say, oh?
I was gonna say his entourage approaches you and hands you a bag. It's weighted with a couple coins.
cool.
Then they follow in behind him.
And I say thanks. Of course, the whole kind of like she didn't start off as a bar. She's very awkward.
Yeah, no, for sure.
She's cloistered.
But pretty. She's attracting all the weirdos. That's what's going on.
Yeah, there you go.
Awkward and
Perfect.
pretty gets all the weirdos.
Yes.
In any event, so that interaction all said and done. What's your passive perception, just real quick?
12.
Okay. The rest of the party goes off well enough. You make another 50 gold in tips.
Alright. So, I made 50 in tips from this night. Do I make anything more from just the original?
Give me one last roll for the last. Was that 4? That was 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's your 4 weeks. That's 1 month worth of performances. You don't run into the guy who called himself Summerhill. Do you remember the guy's first name?
Stephen.
Stefan Summerhill.
You said Stephen.
I did not.
You did.
Stefan is what I said.
Fine.
That all said. It's really the wrong music.
Yeah. So epic. I'm being
I
annoyed
know,
by a
it's
fop.
driving me nuts. I keep putting on different shit, trying for one that's not so brutal.
Put on something by Astronaut 8. We can hear weird Russian transmissions from space.
That sounds thoroughly tempting.
Well,
Come
I mean, of
on,
course, with also
Google.
electronic behind it.
Jesus. Google Play. I swear Google's answer to everything is JavaScript.
But, yeah. Well, at least you don't have to download something to play like with Spotify. Oh, Spotify for the PlayStation sucks. Don't download it.
When it
I got it when it first came out, and it's actually quite good.
Is it?
Still works
really,
the same.
Really? What's
I know, but
I
its
have no idea
UI
if
for
it's
the
still
PlayStation is not
No,
great.
it's closed.
Yeah, I thought so.
No.
I just take breaks when it starts on the commercials. I'm like, yeah, it's about an hour playing time.
This one should be alright. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I've never
where was
tried
I here?
that.
So that all said, that's your performances for the month. As you're moonlighting alongside your day job,
Yep.
which I happen to think is a damn decent little storyline. That said, Ivor, Thrasix, Kale, Alonwy, Vane, and Thunder are all concluded. I'm pretty much. Yeah? Yeah. Everyone satisfied with the month in short? You guys are concluding your business, as it were, figuring out quantities and duties, expectations, etc.
Did you guys do this?
Yes. Yeah.
What did you agree upon?
Never mind, it's none of
No.
your business.
I'll
It's at
double
this
it.
point-
I have spies.
this is between
It's
me and
at
her.
this point, yes, you do actually. No, you don't yet.
Well, the thing is I'm all the soldiers in the
You know
city
what?
like me.
Yeah, sure.
Therefore,
I was gonna
I
say you
get
can
fed
do
information.
legwork. You can do legwork, and your legwork has a great return.